everyone, it is pantry challenge time. It is currently about lunchtime on January the 2nd, and I thought I would share with you what I'm going to make. I'm making a smashed chickpea sandwich. So if you are familiar with like tuna fish sandwiches, this is the vegetarian or vegan take on that. And when I was eating plant-based, I made this quite a bit. So I'm going to use 1 can of garbanzo beans, also known as chickpeas. I am going to heat these up in the microwave just to get them softened a little bit. It'll make it easier to smash them up. I have 2 frozen pieces of bread that I got out of my freezer. I have an onion, so I'm going to take this onion and use my full star chopper and chop this up into bitty bits. I think it's not put together yet. And then once we chop the onion, we'll mix some of the onion, some mayonnaise, and the chickpeas that are smashed up. And that's going to make our chickpea salad for our sandwiches. Now I am going to take my bread, put it in the toaster so it's defrosted, number 1, and number 2, nice and crispy. And I'm going to put some lettuce on it, and then on the side I'm going to eat these veggie straws that I've had in my snack pantry for a while. So this is actually going to last me several days. So for me, I don't mind eating the same thing every single day. It's just not a big deal. And so I'll put this in a Tupperware, and whatever is left, I'll eat. I'll have for lunch over the next couple of days. All right, so I'll be back after I get everything kind of chopped up and show you what it looks like. Here's a look at the chickpeas after I heated them up just for a couple of minutes. I drained them, put them in a bowl, and just used a fork to smash them up. So they kind of have the, I don't know if it's not really the consistency of tuna fish, but it definitely kind of mimics it a little bit. So what am I going to do next? I'm going to add some mayonnaise, and I'm going to add my red onion. Now you would use any kind of onion you like. Red just so happens to be my favorite. And then we're going to also add salt and pepper to this as well. But just like most other condiments in my freezer, this mayonnaise has been in there for a while, but it's not expired yet. But we want to get it eaten up before it does expire. And then I'm going to generously add onions because, girls, I'm single, and guys, and I can eat all the onions I want. Nobody cares. Fur babies certainly don't care about my intake of onions. So we're just going to stir that up. And can we just take a moment to appreciate this Chihuahua purse that my mom and dad got me? I love it. It's my favorite. It was what they got me for Christmas, and it was much appreciated. I found it on Amazon, and I just thought it was the cutest thing ever. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit more mayonnaise. Kind of hard to hold the phone with my left hand, squirt, film, talk, stir all at the same time. So I'm going to get this to the consistency that I like, and I'll show you what the sandwich looks like once it's put together. Okay, so I think we are good on mayonnaise. I ended up using everything that was left in that bottle because I don't have enough to also keep, for putting some on the bread itself. So I wanted this to have plenty of liquid, and I also added some salt and pepper. So this is what that consistency looks like. I'm gonna make this sandwich, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. All right, here is the finished product. I'm no Jen Chapin. Surely y'all know who she is. Here on YouTube, she has such beautiful presentation. Just some lettuce. Didn't really want to put any tomato on there, just make it slide around even more. I've got my veggie straws, and this is going to be lunch for like the next probably 2 days. So I'll probably get 2 more lunches out of what I made. So 1 can made about 3 lunches for me. All right, that's it for this smashed chickpea. And next up will be the hamburger soup. Hey guys, I am cooking dinner from the pantry. This is going to last me several days because Carol Ann is away on her clinical rotation. My friend shared this recipe with me many years ago. She called it hamburger soup. And so I'm going to share with you the ingredients I'm going to dump in this pot, bring to a boil, and let it simmer for a while, and it'll be good good and ready to eat. So the first ingredient I have is beef broth. I don't know that I'll use this whole thing. It just kind of depends on how much liquid I have once I dump everything in the pot. I'm going to drain and dump this entire can of corn. I'm going to put this can of sliced stewed tomatoes. Usually I would use diced tomatoes, but again, I'm trying to use what I have on hand, and I don't know why I bought these, but I did, and I have quite a few cans of them. I'm going to rinse and drain these black beans and throw them in. We're going to rinse the diced potatoes and put those in. And this soup is actually the only reason why I ever buy diced potatoes. This soup recipe is actually kind of like a go-to for me in the winter. I'm going to put in this can of tomato sauce. I'm going to drain this can of green beans and dump it in. I'm going to use a bag of peas and carrots. Now, usually I would do the diced potatoes. I would not have the black beans or the green beans, and I would get the mixed vegetables, the ones that has the peas and the carrots and the green beans and the corn and all that good stuff together, and I'd get a big bag, like I think they're 32 ounces. So, but I'm using what I have. And then I'm going to add some of this plant-based ground beef. I don't know, I might try to add the whole thing so I can get this used up. It's been in my freezer for a really long time. And then for seasonings, I'm using my favorite, which is Mrs. Dash Table Blend, and just some Morton's fine sea salt. So I'm going to get all of this prepped and dumped into the pot, and I'll let you know what it looks like. All right, I've got everything in the pot, and I ended up just putting that whole bag of that vegan ground beef. I mean, normally you would just put regular ground beef in here, but, you know, I'm trying to use up what I have. So this is going to be probably thick like a stew, and if it is too thick, then I'll just add probably another can of the stewed tomatoes to try to get a little bit more liquid into it. And if that doesn't work, then some more tomato sauce, because I don't have any other beef broth that I can use. So we're going to let this come to a boil and simmer for a little while, and it'll be ready to eat. And this also freezes and reheats really well. This is a lot of food, and I'll probably be eating this for the next week. So probably what I'll do is just put it into individual portions and freeze it so that I don't have to worry about it going bad. I'll come back once it's done and show you the finished product. Okay, it's been simmering for a little bit. I thought I'd show you what it's looking like. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. It's boiling a little bit, probably too much. But doesn't that look delicious? Oh my gosh, it smells amazing too. This probably needs to simmer for, I don't know, maybe another 20 minutes or so, just to let the flavors develop, and then it'll be ready to eat. All right, guys, here is the finished product. Added a little bit more Mrs. Dash Table Blend and some sea salt, but this is done. It looks, smells, and tastes delicious. Let me know down in the comments if you have any dump and go recipes that you would like to share with everybody. I have a ton of canned goodies that need to be used up. And so I was really glad to make this because I got rid of quite a bit just with this one meal. All right, guys, that's everything for me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you're at. Bye.